the school's decision to turn away a 13-year-old honor student for one single reason. He's HIV positive.
No other teenager should go through this.
The school admits in no uncertain terms that is why they're keeping the kid out.
We had to balance the interests. We looked at everything, and we believe that we made the right decision.
There are some people you're never going to be able to educate.
We acknowledge this is a difficult decision, and we are very happy that the court will be deciding on this.
When I was completely down and out, what got me at the end was facial expressions. It was worse than you would give the local bum, because the local bum had never reached anything or had been somebody. But it was that true look of disgust.
At one time in this country, the name Todd Marinovich had college defenses sweating and professional scouts salivating. He was raised to become a quarterback and achieved every lofty football goal he and his father had set since birth. Then something went wrong. Watch this. If you believe what had been written about Todd and his father, you'd know what went wrong. Todd had a football in his crib the day he was born. Todd followed a diet free of junk food and birthday cakes. Todd was strength training before he could walk. His dad set the course and Todd followed. In high school, he was called Robo Quarterback. Then he went to USC. It was all going according to plan until it wasn't. Secretly, Todd had been smoking pot and drinking. Then he was caught with cocaine. By the time he'd made it to the pros, he was a mess. An angry young man whose troubles were just beginning. His career was a bust. He ended up broke. Drug and legal problems consumed him. Todd Marinovich's story will be told on ESPN this Saturday, December 10th at 9 p.m. We welcome a sober Todd and his friend Garo Gazarian, who helped him get back on track. You've seen Garo on this program before. He is the attorney for Michael Jackson's former dermatologist, Dr. Arnold Klein. Now, Todd, one of the things that keeps coming up in your story is, oh, your dad made you an addict. Now, I know that's not how things work in addiction. What do we have to do to set that, sort of understand that piece of your life story?
Well, I think it's just a simple misunderstanding. And my dad and family in general have been behind me and caring the entire way, and I wouldn't be sitting here today if that wasn't true. And
so your dad's enthusiasm about football wasn't somehow abusive in any way?
No, I mean, he was definitely 110% into what he does, and he's very passionate about it to this day.
And it worked for you. I mean, you were a great football player.
Yeah,
and probably was a great experience, by the way.
It was a great experience,
yeah.
and that's one of the things why I got together with these great filmmakers, John Dorsey and Andrew Steffen, to put together this film, because it's something that I wanted to share with people, just my experience.
Well, the thing I love about your story is that part of sobriety is finding your real self. Mm-hmm. And if I could show people Todd's book, he's got a new book. Is it new?
It is coming out.
Keeping an Eye on Your Soul. And this is the real Todd, who is a fine arts major, who loves abstract expressionism. Right. And it's quite a departure from the hardcore football player.
Right.
Yeah, which is wonderful, right?
Yeah, people don't really see the correlation, but I always treated football like it was a way to express myself.
Yeah.
And now I can do that with art. I'm a full-time artist and a dad, and I just love where my life's at.
Well, let's go back. People love to hear the stories, and so let's hear how bad it got. So here's what it was like to be Todd's friend when he was at his worst.
He was seen around the beach, like he would wash himself at the free place to go to the bathroom at the beach. You know, it couldn't have been a wonderful life.
He had lost everything, didn't have a bank account, didn't have a place to go. That's when he moved in with me. I gave him one rule: no drugs in the house, don't use them. And if you do, you're gone. And after a month, I found some paraphernalia. I kicked him out, and I've never heard him completely just lose his mind.
And Garo, what was your experience like with Todd? You were a friend of his, and you were part of the road back, though.
Yes, I was part of the road back, but the road back was filled with some obstacles of its own.
Hold on a second. You mean drug addiction isn't quickly and easily treated? I'm stunned. I'm shocked, Garo. What are you talking about?
Well, not in the real world.
Road recovery is not a straight line.
Yes,
in anybody's life.
It's not. You know, I've known Todd for now approximately a dozen years. Our meeting was coincidental. I did not know who Todd was, nor did I know anything about American football, as I call it.
How dare you?
How dare I? But
how can you be his friend?
I'm a fan of the game now.
Todd, I don't know. Okay, good.
But Todd was someone that was put together with me. By then, a bunch of folks, his then coach in the Arena League, the then owner, Casey Wasserman, and others, with the idea in mind that I would guide Todd and help him.
And things were sort of desperate at that point, too, when you were playing ball and doing drugs, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, as any person that's struggled with drug addiction knows, keeping up a job and the addiction is almost impossible.
And not just a job, but a rousing job, an intense job,
Yes.
a public job,
Right.
high-performance job with a lot of pressure.
Right. It was
Bring
too
it.
much. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I learned from Todd a lot more than I had ever learned in my experiences with battling substance abuse.
Well, but you've been through a lot too. I don't want to necessarily tell your story here. There's not enough time for that. But I know you've been through something similar to what Todd went through. And one of the things that addicts have is a deep, deep sensitivity, and that's part of your artist. And one of the things you had said, and I know a lot of my patients say this too, is to seeing the disappointment in other people's eyes. You know, you could see them, especially if they didn't know you. Watch this.
I could be at a gas station pumping my gas. If I had your talent, that's the same. If I had your talent, what could I have done? Well, how do you think I got my talent? A lot of it is God-given, without a doubt, but people don't understand the work that involved in getting to the highest level. There was so much work involved. And so when people say, oh, you threw it all away, well, whose was it to throw away in the first place?
And now where are you at? People look at you now and they probably see you when they probably didn't even see you before.
Right, right. And I do get noticed, but it's a different look.
But they see you, they see
Todd.
They see
me, yes.
Yeah, they see you the person, not Todd Marinovich.
And I had that aura before that I was hiding, and I didn't want to be seen, and that probably just brought more attention.
I want to quickly show what your mom had to deal with. She apparently is in this
Right.
documentary as well. And here's what a mom feels like watching a child self-destruct.
There was a time that I actually saw someone on a bicycle that I thought was him. And I had to go around a couple blocks and come closer that I couldn't recognize my own son. Was that him? Wasn't it him? That was a terrible feeling.
Sometimes it's harder to love the addict than to be the addict themselves, isn't it? How'd you get recovery? What was your moment of clarity? Where are we today?
It really wasn't one moment. I think it was accumulation over the years of moments brought together.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for people like Garo, I wouldn't be sitting here. I mean, Garo went beyond the call of duty with me.
How? Tell me what that was.
Giving me a place to stay.
Never giving up.
Never giving up, and really an inspiration because he lived it on a daily basis. It wasn't so much talk. He showed me it's all about action, and he filled his life with positive people, and I try to do the same today.
And Garo, you were on the streets too at one time.
I was on the streets, and the reason I opened the doors of my home to Todd is because when I was on the streets, there were no doors opened for me. And I wanted to do that which I prayed and hoped and did not get when I went through the struggle. Todd came into my home. He was a part of my family for 2 years, and he remained a part of my family to this day. He taught me and my entire family the meaning of the word compassion, kindness, and humility. Humility, which is so often talked about in the rooms of recovery, is one that I learned in my interactions and my involvement with Todd in Todd's life.
Yes, a lot of addicts need to watch that one on a daily basis because if you start to think you're above or bigger than, your disease will take full advantage of that.
That's right.
Gentlemen, I thank you for being here. Todd, congratulations on your sobriety. Well done.
Thank you, Dr.
Garo,
Drew.
yours
Thank
as
you.
well.
Good
And
seeing
thank
you
you for
again.
not
Thank you.
giving up on this young man.
Never.
You know, and you, I'm sure, can be of service to others through your story. And both of you, obviously you've been for him, but service will keep you sober.
That's right. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
The Marinovich Project airs December 10th at 9 p.m. on ESPN. And next, we're going to keep the drug topic alive, but this is going to be a very different kind of conversation. The weed wars, the discussion about cannabis, marijuana. We're going to take a look at both sides of America's pot problem and whether or not it should be legalized.